Hey guys, today we are kind of messing around with the Shadow Ninja, and what I want to do is kind of show you like where, if you put it somewhere on your grid, where does it attack? Okay, so I put nuns over there because they don't really move, and so we're going to see where we put it on our grid. Then where do they attack those nuns? Which row do they attack? So I thought that'd be kind of interesting. So if we put our shadow ninjas in the front row, and then they attack the back row. Okay. So I believe it's for whatever row you want it to attack, it's the opposite on your row. So you want it to attack the 6th row, you put it in the 2nd row, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, kind of looks like they're a little bit more on to, like in between the first and last rows there. And then same here, let's go back one, it should be up one row. And kind of similar, looks like they're moving up about maybe half a grid for every grid you move them. So middle, this is right in the middle of the pack. Let's see where it attacks. Just slightly. Okay, so it attacks like the rear of the one that you're leaving off of, if that makes sense. So it's attacking that middle one, but it's attacking the rear of the middle one. That's why it's a little bit, looks like it's a little bit behind. So this one is 4 back, so it should attack the 3rd row back on the right behind, and that's exactly what it's doing. So if you're attacking a form, and this will attack the 2nd row, so whatever row it's on, it's going to attack the opposite from front to back as yours is. So 2nd row from the back is going to be 2nd row there, just the back part of the 2nd row there. So that's kind of interesting. And obviously this is going to attack the front row just in the back. Okay, so this has some interesting applications now that you know where your Shadow Ninja is going to attack. And how about if we put it right here in the middle? Is it still going to go to that troop? Or does it go... Looks like it'll follow its course and then go in. So whatever row, whatever column it's on, it's going to follow that column, and it's going to go its prescribed amount of squares, which looks like it's the corresponding row. So it looks like we'll call it 7, but it's the corresponding row towards the back. So this is obviously this is the 1st row it's going to be on. If it's on your last row, it's going to attack the 2nd row, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th in the rear. So it's really easy to see that. As you can see, back here is attacking the front. Next one's attacking the 2nd one, and all the way. So pretty simple to figure that out. So if you have a form that you're giving you some trouble and you want to try to get your guys to attack alley, if they have the hero, of course this middle one is going to be right behind the hero, and this one's going to be generally like right in front of it if you're attacking a hero there. So also, if your opponent has peltasts, say on the 3rd row, let's just do that. Little strategery here. Let's say they got a row of peltasts on the 3rd row. Now you want to get behind those peltasts and mess them up, right? So you got your stone golems in there, but you want your peltasts, or you want your shadow ninjas to attack the peltasts, but you don't want them peltasts to attack your shadow ninjas. Okay, so 3 rows forward. And remember, those shadow or the peltasts are going to run forward. So if we're on the 3rd row here, that's going to attack that 3rd row on the back portion. And the shadow and the peltasts are going to run forward too. So let's see, they might just go onto the nuns, and they might. Okay, so whatever's closest to, that's what they're going to attack. So you keep that in mind. The peltasts are going to run forward to your stone golem. So if you want, they're actually going to run all the way forward onto them. So these should come right behind the peltast here on this 2nd row, if I'm not mistaken. And they do kind of come up behind them. It's interesting that the nuns, oh, let me see if I can do a little better there with that. The nuns seem to heal. All right, here we go. So they should come up behind them and kind of in the midst of them. Oh, they killed those stone golems awfully fast. Didn't really like that. So we don't want to come up here in the midst of them. So we'll just go back one more row and see how this goes for us. They aggro onto the stone golems. They come in behind. And do their thing. So the stone golem's going to need a little bit more help in there. These peltasts are just murdering them. Let's do that. Can they stop the peltasts? So, versus peltasts, the ninjas aren't really that great. But let's say that your enemy has some soft targets in the back. Okay, just for fun and giggles. They have a bunch of soft targets in the back. And soft targets are one that aren't going to do very well versus melee, and that is like frost archers and stuff. Okay, so you want to attack those. So where are we going to go? Remember, 3rd row. It's 3 back. All right, those should land right. What row did I put those on? I'm sorry. Okay, those are on the 3rd row, and so we. No, heck no. 3rd row, so we have 3rd row forward. Those should hit right behind them. So meanwhile, you're and there they are. Your peltasts are occupied by the stone golems, and then they just go in and wipe out everybody. Okay, so clearly we need a little bit more of a significant help here for our stone golems. They're really getting beat down here. How about some healing action there would maybe be a little bit better. Man, our stone golems are just getting jacked here. Here we go. The soft targets aren't so soft. And we're just getting owned. But as you can see, it's not just these guys are good as far as just kind of being and in combination with other troops too. There we go. We can come in from the rear. Some of the frost archers are aggroing them, but they did take out a lot of the frost archers there for what it's worth. But remember that if too much of a good thing isn't generally a good thing. So the ninjas work really well in tandem with other rear attackers who do a lot of damage, but it's AoE damage. So here we go, in tandem with the ninjas, and you have the AoE hitting multiple targets of the other ones. And that's where they really shine, because the ninjas can take out the shadow ninjas can take out what these guys can't take out, because they don't do a lot of damage to hard targets. If there's a stone golem back there, say your enemy has some stone golems, you're like, now what? Those stone golems are probably going to stop your rear attackers here. So here comes your rear attackers. Now, if your stone golems are moving forward, generally they can stop them decently, or they'll do some damage if they start creeping into those like that, as long as your other stone golems are alive, right? So what happens if we put those ninjas in there to help take out the stone golems? They appear on the stone golems. And they can actually kill the stone golems pretty quick. As just having magic apprentice and ghost assassins, one stone golem can hold off, I believe, 63 magic apprentices and kill them by itself. So what the ninjas do, they do a lot of damage on a single target. So they go in there and they mess up that rear line. They take out their heavy targets, so the magic apprentices and everything can get to those soft targets and jack them up. So they do a real good job of that, for sure. Okay, let's say that you're going up against Celine. Let's put a Celine in there, shall we? Celine's pretty tough. What if we have a couple of shadow ninjas there, though? I want them to attack Celine. Something like that. Alright, here they go. Our shadow ninjas get back there. And didn't really kill her. Celine is kind of a brute. But anyways, I hope that's kind of a helpful little thing. Showing you kind of where your shadow ninjas are going to attack on the grid and who they can have a better success against. I did a video, shadow ninjas versus a bunch of other troops, and they definitely work well in tandem with ghost assassins and magic apprentices, especially if your opponent has some hard, difficult tanks back there. Shadow ninjas can break them down really fast, and then your area of effect guys that can really take out the frost archers and others with the help of the shadow ninjas to take out the tanks back there. So not a bad strategy. Thanks for watching, guys. Of all the new troops, I'd have to say the shadow ninja is by far the best right now. I have used the angel a couple times. It's just kind of hit and miss. No pun intended. Yeah, if it did its little special right off the bat and gave you that 2.5 seconds protection, it might be worth it. But since it doesn't, and it just doesn't seem to help out a whole lot, really. And I want to like the Undead Warrior, but in the training I did, he's good. But when I take him into the arena or training in the arena, he just doesn't seem to last very long for some reason. And you'd think he would because it does a lot of damage really fast, but maybe I just haven't figured out where to put him yet. So, all right, my friends, thanks for watching this video. Have a good day. Catch you next time.